Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Our gospel patrons.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. As you see, we have a Christmas tree in the background. We are so grateful for you, our gospel patrons. Last 6 months, coming on 6 months, as we started Thunder House of Prayer, the charitable organization, you have come alongside and been a huge blessing to us. So thank you. We and I continue to pray for you. I have a prayer list. I pray through you guys and pray for you. And so I pray that God is meeting you and working in your lives.
And so here we are. Fall came in. I say it came in fast and furious with a lot of change and transition for our family. And I wrote this in our Christmas letter, but I chuckle as I think about how at the beginning of the year, we kind of think we have an idea where God might be leading us.
Right.
And then he takes us a whole other direction. And so middle of September, our dear pastor and his wife from Real Life Church, the church that we've been partnering with, had to step down pretty quickly because of some health concerns, and it brought them to a place where they actually weren't going to return again. And so we found ourselves in an interim pastoral position this fall at our church, so doing House of Prayer as well as doing the church or pastoring the church.
And so we've been seeking the Lord. Lord, what do you have for us these last months? And so we've been on that journey. On a personal note, as we came into October, my father, who had been sick, he started to deteriorate rather quickly. And so just after Thanksgiving, I flew off to BC to be with him just before he passed away. But he was promoted to glory. Death is never feels good, no matter how good of a process it was. As my brother said, death sucks, but Dad did it graciously. And so it was a painful but joyful time to be together to celebrate my dad.
A really rich time with family when we were all able to come. I came with the boys shortly after he passed, and we had about another week there to be with family. It was a really, really rich time.
Yeah, it was good. It was good time, and it was actually a really good time together with our immediate family and with my mom and brothers and family. So thankful for that time, as hard as it was. That when we came back from that, we quite quickly got into doing things, and Tamara, a few days after we got back, took off to Europe.
Yes, so I went on an adventure, a solo adventure. Most of you know that I've been in the Emerging Prophets program for the last couple of years. This is year 2. And the program is based out of Scotland, so out of Global Prophetic Alliance. And through the program, there are intensives where you actually go to Scotland and go there for a few days for some time on the ground with them, with a larger group of prophets that are in the program. And so I hadn't yet been able to go, but the Lord really finally released me and I was able to go. He provided a way. And it was a powerful, life-changing time. Just such rich, deep teaching where I felt like I was drinking from a fire hydrant, taking it all in, still so much to process, as well as just really stretching times of activating, prophesying over individuals and giving national words, that kind of thing. And just making connections with other prophets from around the world. So it was so, so good. And just this last couple of years has really been life-changing for me, as I've been able to more boldly, courageously step into who I am, to my call, and just been stretched. And I just feel a lot more confident as I move forward and feel like I understand more of what that means to be a prophet. So I'm excited and seeking the Lord on what are the next steps.
And so now we have a prophet in the house. It's awesome. I'm so excited for how Tamara's growing in her prophetic calling and gifting. And out of that, in November, we kept seeking the Lord. We had a celebration for the previous pastor and his wife.
Really beautiful.
It was a great, it was a good time to stop and honor them for their 9 years of ministry at the church. But in that process, then we're like, Lord, what do you have for us as we've been interim? And we felt the Lord leading us to take the next step as lead pastors of the church and lead into the future. And so as of just this last Sunday, we were voted in as the lead pastors. And so we're praying into that. There's a number of interesting things happening because we feel the Lord doing a lot of directional shifts and changes for the church, and now transpire the next months. The church also hasn't been in a sort of financial position for us to be paid, though they want to pay us and will start paying us at some point. But it's been people like you that have been supporting us into the future. And so the church is as a family is in a great state. There's lots of good energy and lots of good presence of God, and we're excited about that. But the finances need to come into line too, and
we appreciate your prayers because as we're stepping into this, like Mika said, we've really been, the Lord's been speaking to us for months now about some major directional changes for the church. And so now that we're voted in, and we did share some of those changes with them prior to, so they understand that this is the direction we want to be taking the church. But as we all know, transition can be tricky, not only with the loss of a leader that they've loved for the last 9 years, but also just with the changes that are coming in. So we really covet your prayers as we move forward and navigate this time.
And so we find ourselves here at Christmas, and for those of you that are further away, we're grateful that you support us in whatever way you can. And for those of you that are even with us in the journey, part of the church, we're grateful that you're with us and for your affirmation and prayer with us. And we're looking forward to together as we move together, those of you that are local with us. As we come into this Christmas season, we know that it's also a time of year-end giving, and I want to invite you, if you are able, as you know a little bit of our situation, if you are able to give a year-end gift to Thunder House of Prayer Ministry to help us into the future, seed into the future, that we can finish the year-end strong financially. Whatever it looks like, just ask the Lord, what can I give? There's no pressure. It's a get to, not a got to, as I say.
Yes, as he always says.
And we want to invite you to do that with us. Be praying for us as we come into the end of the year, into the new year. There's lots of sort of vision percolating, but we don't want to do our own thing. We want to do what the Lord
We don't ever want to step ahead of the Lord, but we want to move right in time with him. So we need a lot of wisdom.
We'd love to hear from you. If you have any thoughts or questions, send us a little note. But until next time, God bless you.
God bless you.
We'll be praying for you.
And Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas.
Love you guys.
Love you.